In this video, we're going to be going over the huge market crash happening right now in NBA 2K23 Myteam. As you guys know, yesterday we did get these new alternate reality packs that did include Galaxy Ball, Magic Johnson, Pau Gasol, Carmelo Anthony, and Klay Thompson as well. So I mean, those are some really hype names and some very elite cards as well, including this Magic Johnson, who probably is the new best point guard in the game, but we'll talk about that later in the video. I mean, the rest of the set was okay. I don't think it was really an overall great set. It was more of just top heavy with the Galaxy Opals. I mean, Paul George, even Kevin Love's decent. Amari Stoudemire is probably the best pink diamond from this drop, and maybe even one of the better cards from this drop. So he's super nice. Chris Paul, I mean, he's a short point guard. And then the diamonds are, I mean, I've heard Tim Duncan is pretty good, but all around, I mean, it was a pretty top heavy drop. It was like a Amari Stoudemire, maybe Paul George, and then just a 4 Galaxy Opals. But Magic Johnson has definitely changed the market a lot, because this is one of the best point guards, if not the best point guard in the game. And right now he's going for around 450 to 500,000 MTs, maybe gone down a little bit over the past couple hours, because earlier in the morning he was about 500,000 MT. Now later in the day he's about 450, maybe 425 if you do get him for a little bit of a snipe. But he's going to be super expensive and definitely causing the market to crash a decent amount. If we look at the other cards price, Pau Gasol I believe is not a buyout, but he honestly may be a buyout. Carmelo Anthony is around like 200,000 MT, maybe a little bit lower. I think Klay is about 150. So overall these cards really aren't that expensive. But you guys got to remember, with like buying MT not being, you're not, people aren't allowed to buy MT anymore, unless, and you can buy MT but you'll get banned. So what I'm saying is, like, the market will just always look to be a lot lower than normal. So like if this was before people got banned for buying MT, this Carmelo would probably be like 250, 300,000 MT right now. This Klay Thompson would probably be 200,000, and Magic Johnson would probably be like 700, 800,000 MT. So we just have to take that into account, that the market will always seem to be a lot lower, just because the fact that the market has definitely changed, since people have been banned for buying MT. So overall that market is still really low, but it's definitely expensive for what it normally will be in the future. Because if you look at the stellar drop, right, Scottie Pippen, he's around like 200,000 MT, and he's possibly the best shooting guard in the game, and he's only 200. So that means if Carmelo's going for around 200,000 MT, that means he's fairly expensive. Like 200,000 MT now is actually a decent amount. Like that can get you one of the best shooting guards in the game. But before, people got banned for buying MT, 200,000 MT couldn't even get you the best, card at its position. It probably couldn't even get you a top 3 card at their position. So that's kind of how the market has changed. But overall, I think the card that's dropped the most is probably Ben Simmons. I mean, there's a 31 Hoff badge one here going for only around 355,000 MT. It still does have half an hour left, so it'll probably go for more than that, obviously. But I think Ben Simmons, at least I've been, keeping track of it, Friday night and Saturday morning. I've seen this a lot more Ben Simmons up on the auction house, and I've seen him go for a lot cheaper. Like he's around like 250, 300, at least from what I've been checking. Like 38 minutes left, 16 Hall of Fame badges, only going for 115,000. So at least from what I've seen, he's around like 250, 300,000 MT. So he's definitely gone down the most, I would say, out of pretty much anybody in the draw, or anybody, in the past. I would say Ben Simmons has gone down the most. Chet is still pretty low as well. Other cards that have dropped a lot is if you go to the flash forward set, guys like Terry Dischinger are now super cheap. He was about 85, 90,000 MT before the content drop, and I've seen him as low as like 60,000 MT. Looks like he kind of recovered up a little bit. We could see a 39 Hoff one here for 150, but looks like he's recovered up a little bit, back up to like 75, 80,000 MT. But at least Friday night he was going for like, I think he was going for like 65, maybe 60,000 MT, at least what I saw on the auction house. I think Bob Nuttalecki is a little bit lower as well. Yeah, Bob was about 100,000 MT before the content drop, and now he's about 80 to 85,000. So a lot of these flash forward opals were already super cheap, but it does look like they're going down even more in price. Like if we look at a Cassie Russell, he is now easily below 50,000 MT. Like he's down to 40,000 for still a really good and capable shooting guard. Like this is a really good value card, a card that I probably recommend picking up if you're looking for a cheap shooting guard. Like only 40,000 MT, and you can get yourself a Galaxy Opal Cassie Russell. Like I'm sure Dolph Chase is around that 50,000 MT mark as well, and same thing with Don Ol. So a lot of these flash forward opals have definitely gone down in price. If we look at the season 3 cards, we look at the pink diamond D-Rob, he is also going down in price a lot. I mean, we did get a pretty good center in Pau Gasol yesterday in the alternate reality packs, but yeah, D-Rob's down a little bit as well. He's down to like 65 I'm pretty sure he's down to like 65,000 MT, which is super low for still arguably the second best center in the game. Do I believe he's the second best center? Probably not, but he could be. Honestly, I mean, you could definitely make that argument that he is still the second best center. We look at Giannis, he's going down in price. So overall, guys, I just think the market is a lot lower than it's normally been. Now, the market has obviously been super low because of like the empty buying and that stuff I was talking about earlier. So the market has been lower, you know, the past couple days after people did get banned. But what I will say, talking about Yao Ming, he is at his cheapest, man. I've never seen this Yao Ming card go for this little amounts. Like, he's only a million MT around. He might even be a little bit cheaper. Like, you can see 5 minutes left, 23 Hall of Fame badges, and this Yao is only at 800,000 MT. So this card might end up for under a mil, and that just means Yao Ming has been just continuing to drop, you know, down in price. I will make a separate video talking about you know, how to prepare with Yao Ming, because I do think he'll drop even more in price. But like I said, I'll talk about that in a later video, probably on Monday. Just giving you guys a heads up for what's coming on Tuesday. But overall, guys, I think right now, if you wanted to buy some cards, definitely not a bad time to do so. We all know the market usually crashes Friday and Saturday. Saturday night it might pick up a little bit. Sunday is the Super Bowl, so I'm not sure if that's going to affect anything with the market. Also, Vince Carter is down a lot as well. We can see a 31 Hoff Vince only going for about 350,000 MT with 4 minutes left. So he's gone down in price a lot. That's probably due to Ray Allen. So if you have Ray Allen, you probably don't need a guy like Vince Carter, because I do think Ray's a little bit better, but that's definitely a debate for another video or a different topic. But I do think overall the market is definitely a lot lower right now. So if you wanted to buy, you know, any of these good cards, I would definitely recommend buying them right now. If you wanted to wait till next Friday, wait for the first Dark Matters and packs, that could also be another good idea. Like I said, I'll have videos talking about that later in the week next week, but most likely there'll be Dark Matters for the All-Star weekend this Friday, and we'll probably get our first 3 Dark Matters. I think everyone's expecting it to be Dark Matter LeBron. I think we could also see maybe Curry, Giannis, you know, some of those, you know, higher echelon Dark Matters, and that will obviously drive the market down a lot. If you guys don't know, and like I said, I'll make a separate videos talking about it, but Dark Matters absolutely crashed the market, and that will most likely be coming out next Friday. So right now, though, talking about the market right now, if you wanted to buy some cards, I mean, they are fairly a little bit cheaper, nothing too crazy, but I'd say the market is definitely down a decent amount. If you guys wanted to sell some cards, I would recommend doing before next Friday, and I think Sunday or Monday is probably going to be the best time to sell cards this weekend. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about the market right now, and let me know some cards you guys are trying to buy and sell, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.